Hello farm members, Tessa here in the farm kitchen, and I'm excited to talk to you about the wonderful farm food that you are getting in your market boxes this week. And the wonderful thing is that Reuben did find local fruit for you, but the unhappy part of it is that he could only offer a little bit and it was super expensive. So hopefully if you have your preferences set high out of 5, the biggest smiley face, you have the option to get blueberries in your box, red raspberries, and the dark sweet cherries. If you didn't get them, it's because you had too many other things in your preferences that were rated as 5s and got filled up with those things before you had a chance to get any of the fruit. So if you really want fruit in your box, my suggestion is to put fruit as 5 and anything else that you really want to get every week, like maybe your raw milk or your eggs or your favorite bread. And the rest of your favorites put as 4s and 3s. So that's the best way to get first dibs at that and have that saved into your cart when all those things are offered, and to also adjust your preferences seasonally as things come in and out of season. And definitely use the blog posts attached to these videos to see what is going out of season and what is coming into season so that you can do that with finesse. Now, we were really happy to offer fennel to you this week. Look at my fennel. It's wider than my shoulders. Now, at the end of this video, I'm going to show you how I cut it up and how I use it. The fronds you can think of as herbs, so you can take these nice tender fronds off and chop them up and throw them into salads. This is the anise flavor or the mild licorice flavor. This in the heart, this is really golden. These tender light green ones, you can just bite these off and chew on them. They are so sweet and so good and so tender. That is the best part right there. So then I'm going to show you, but I will usually cut these stalks off and use some of the stalk in my cooking. I won't be able to use all of the fronds. If you can, please message me in the Telegram chat group, because I would love to know how you use all of this. I'm definitely going to use some of it, and then the rest of it's going to go into my compost. But that feeds back into the soil in our garden. So, and then the rest of this slices off, and this root end is going to get sliced off as well. Look at this big kohlrabi, and then cucumbers and garlic scapes and peas have made their appearance. This week I have both the lacinato kale and the red Russian kale, so you can see it side by side. It's just different shapes, different varieties grown. I would say that the lacinato kale is maybe a little bit tougher, and the red Russian is a little bit more tender. So if you want to know the difference there. Tomatoes, bok choy, the 2 different varieties of summer squash or zucchini. Most people call this a zucchini and this a summer squash, as I've been corrected by my children. I tend to use the terms interchangeably, and you can too. And you can use them interchangeably in your cooking. And let's see, beets. So we've been offering beets all throughout the winter, but most of the beets that were offered in the winter were grown last summer and last fall. These are the spring beets. You can tell because the greens are so fresh and vibrant. So you're getting 2 vegetables in one, or 3 if you want to do them separately. You're getting the beet root, the beet stem, which is related, you can see, to the Swiss chard stem. Swiss chard was developed from the beet. And then you can use the beet greens like you would Swiss chard. My favorite way of using these is the traditional sweet and sour bacon vinaigrette cooked with the beet stems and then throwing the beet greens in at the end. That's just such a lovely vegetable. And then you could cook the beets and throw those in as well. That would be really fun, the different textures. I actually haven't done that. There's so many ways to use beets, and people who love beets have their favorite ways. But I want to encourage you, if you don't use beets in your diet on a regular basis, find a way to put them in. Beets are so good for you. There's so many ways to hide them into things, and definitely ferment them or look up beet kvass. Beets are very good for detoxification. They help lower blood pressure. And we were talking about nitrates last week when we were talking about the ham and the two different ways that it's used. The beets have nitrates in them, just like celery does. It's converted to nitric acid, and it's used to dilate the blood vessels. Your body uses that and relax everything, and which is what lowers the blood vessel, makes everything more relaxed, and the blood flows through. So these are definitely good to use in your diet. Helps your digestion too. I know people who have put beets in their diet on a regular basis, especially fermented beets, to recover from illness, and as they were dealing with major chronic illnesses, and they definitely could feel the difference, and it was definitely part of their healing plan. So do consider beets in your diet. So I was gonna take a chop at that fennel, but I just saw my yogurt and I really wanted to show you and celebrate with you, those of you who are getting the Willow Haven Farm yogurt. You know, we've gone through different producers of yogurt using, we're always trying to use the best high quality ingredients and in the dairy products, and our standards are high because we milk our own cows and we know what good milk tastes like, and we milk, and I've taught you how to make yogurt out of our milk. There's a blog post on that we can reference, and so we eat our own milk as yogurt in our family, and we wanted to be able to offer that standard as well. But we're a small farm, and we milk 2 cows in the winter, and then 4 or 5 or 6 in the summer. So the milk production goes up and down and up and down according to the season. Right now we have a lot of milk, and we'd love to have more milk drinkers join our Market Box CSA. But in the meantime, we're using Steve, our former cheese partner, who's still making cheese and still making things with grass-fed organic dairy, organic milk from local farms. And so he took our milk and made it into yogurt in his production facility over in Kutztown, and we're able to offer that to you now. So this is the first week we've offered it, and my first taste of it, this is the peach or the plain. It has a yellow tinge because of the good butter fat in the cream from the grass that the cows are eating. So forgive me for not being able to tell the difference between peach and plain. Definitely the plain. This is Greek yogurt, so it's been drained a little bit. It's very thick and creamy. You can feel all the fullness of the milk. With the mouthfeel is just creamy and incredible. It's not super sour, but it has so much of the probiotic benefits from the yogurt culture. And that has nothing added to it. It's just our raw milk that's been heated up for the yogurt process and then cooled down and cultured with yogurt, with the different yogurt cultures. This is the peach, and it's delightfully lightly sweetened. So compared to the plain, it's less sour, and it has a little bit of sweetness, but it's not overpowering and syrupy. And it is just has a nice peach flavor. And so it's a great addition to how you're using yogurt in your family. Your kids will really like this, and you'll appreciate that it's using organic sugar and organic fruit. There's no chunks of fruit in it. All that fruit puree goodness is mixed right into the creaminess of the milk. So please do tell us how you like these and how you're enjoying them. We're very happy to have them for you. Now let's get to the fennel. I know for the sake of the video, I'll have to come closer for you, but in order to not stop the video, I'm just gonna do it here. Taking that end off, cutting off kind of the fingers of the hand. So we have these stalks here, and then I'm gonna line these up and just cut them. Just the one thing that you wanna keep in mind is whether the stalks are tender or whether they're getting woody and stiff. So you'll have to decide that in your cooking. The central stem might get woody and stiff because that's where the bulb is going to want to put up a stalk to then grow the flowers and the seeds, which then turns into fennel seeds, which you can harvest for sausage making and other things where you use the actual fennel seed. So here's my pile of cut fennel, and then when I'm using this for a salad or something, this is fairly large, so I'm going to cut it in half with my big French chef knife, and then I'm going to cut the slivers from the end. And then fennel pairs so nicely with citrus. I think I mentioned that in last week's vlog. And you can just imagine having this in a bowl with mandarin orange or navel orange or pineapple and mango, and all those fruits would be amazing with this. So let's take a close up, and then I'm going to say goodbye. Here is the fennel all cut up. You can see the narrow slices. You could make them more narrow if you wanted to. The beautiful half fennel here. This is about how much thickness I took off the end here, and the rest of it here. So enjoy experimenting with your farm food and making delicious, nutritious meals for your family. Combine these different things together for one-pot meals or sheet pan meals. Definitely use your yogurt for your lunches and your breakfasts. And tell me how you enjoy it and what your favorite flavor of Willow Haven Farm yogurt is. Have a wonderful week, everyone. Bye.